Hey, Noble. It is I, Mr. Wilbur. Ah, jeez.
What's that you just did?
I spilled coffee on myself already.
You didn't.
A little bit.
Literally every 2 seconds.
There, yeah. This happens a lot. Where was I? Oh, yeah. We're talking about Tuesday. So it is Tuesday, March 24th, 2020. It's the same mug. I always use the same mug. Weird purple coffee cup. It is a thing. I'm making it a thing. That's the hashtag. And here are your morning announcements. First up, an announcement from the tech department. Tech is calling a snow day today, so there will be no deliveries. Snow, that's junk. But you know what? Now that I think about it, we can all pretend we're snowed in. This just makes it feel more familiar. Next up, Student Council is continuing our remote Spirit Week. Thank you so much for your Monday submissions. Today, Tuesday, is Twin Day. Sorry. You kind of like it. I think you like it. Next up, we have a message from Mrs. LaJoy. A lot of us are feeling stressed and overwhelmed by what's going on right now. But here is an easy and powerful grounding exercise. And look, the form and level of everybody's stress is different, but grounding really helps. Grounding means you bring your focus to the present. It means to be aware of what's happening physically, either in your own body or your surroundings, instead of being trapped in your mind where the unhealthy thoughts are making you anxious. So it's called the 5-4-3-2-1 grounding exercise. 5 things you can see, 4 things you can hear, 3 things you can touch, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing you can taste. It works. Next, we have an announcement from the physical education department. Do people keep telling you how important it is to exercise during the stressful time? Well, gyms are closed and spring sports are on hold, so what are you supposed to do? The Noble PE teachers are here to help. All staff and students are invited to join the PE Distance Learning Google Classroom. Your PE teachers will be posting videos and workouts that you can do at home or outdoors. The classroom code will be in your email. It's also going to be right here. Definitely gonna join that classroom. Now I know what you're thinking, but Mr. Wilbur, you're the pinnacle of physical excellence. But you know what I did for exercise last week? Absolutely nothing. In my defense, after school, you can usually see me running in the school gym. PJ can back me up on that one. But it's time to get it together. Now it's time once again for our word of the day, brought to you by Mr. Parr. As I said yesterday, all this week's words are words coined by William Shakespeare. Today's word is fashionable. Shakespeare used this word for the first time in the play Troilus and Cressida. Troilus and Cressida. You know, you think you've read a bunch of Shakespeare. Oh, you know all the hits, you know the Hamlets, you know the Macbeths, you know the Romeo and Juliets and the Tempests. The tragedy of Troilus and Cressida. How about that? For time is like a fashionable host that slightly shakes his parting guests by the hand. Hey, if you're gonna be shaking hands, wash your hands. Use it in a sentence! And you thought the very idea of fashionable was invented by Mr. Parr. And now for this day in history. This is a good one. In 1965, the Freedom Marchers, led by Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., gathered at City of St. Jude, a Catholic social services complex in Montgomery, Alabama. It was raining, the field was soaked, and the musicians, led by Harry Belafonte, set up a makeshift concert that became known as the Stars of Freedom Rally. We have one more segment, brought to you by Ms. Kearney. This is going to be a recurring theme called Pet of the Day. Send in pictures of your pets. I want to see your pets. Our first pet picture/video comes from Mr. Patton. So that's about it for today. Since the announcements are done, it's time for the Pledge of Allegiance. Feel free to stand up. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. 2 down. Talk to you tomorrow. And as always, stay noble knights.